The altered image of one Canadian man is going viral for all the wrong reasons.
It was called Gamergate.
You can see the original photograph of the
Jubal.
gentleman who's actually holding
Now, an edited photo causing terror for
presents
one
two
people.
very different things.
A simple
Supporters say it's about a lack of
Jubal.
ethics in video creation. It's almost bonkers to imagine that women in games are serious about them. Zoe Quinn told me about threats of death.
Harassment.
My name is Virender Jabal, and I am a writer and journalist and a critic in regards to media and entertainment. I consumed at least 50 hours of entertainment / media per week while I was a child, because children of color consume the most every single week, at least about 40 hours average wise. And they rarely ever see characters that look like them. I never did. When I played Pokemon at 6 years old, it was impactful in the sense where they asked me, "What's your name?" And then they show me the character that I'm gonna quote-unquote be, and I didn't look anything like that. At that moment, at 6 years old, I kind of cemented and realized that I would never be a hero. And then I started learning more about comics, seeing that it's the most diverse medium at the moment or in general, and there's so many different types of characters like Ms. Marvel and Kamala Khan. It's very important and has changed myself in the past few years. She looks like me in the sense because of skin color, but not religion or anything. And she herself idolized characters that are nothing like her, because she herself doesn't have characters that look like her. Her power involves shape-shifting, and she thinks it's better to just have white skin and blonde hair. But then she fights those ideals and actually continues to just keep her skin color even though she's a shapeshifter. It's super important to me in that sense. It got me into comics, and now I support them every single month. I also play games such as League of Legends, Heroes of the Storm, competitive games like card games and stuff. But video games are garbage because I get harassed on the internet because of my opinions on them. As a journalist, you have to network, you have to get your name out, and I started doing that with Twitter. And more people I had that were listening to me and following me and being my friends. I knew at 17 I had something that I could talk about that nobody else could. In the start, it was just mostly just characters of color and trying to be more inclusive on those aspects and being very adept at them. Like when Far Cry 4's official Twitter tweeted out the picture of the cover, and I kindly said the box art is racist, and that, I was super nice about it. And then from there on, myself and other people started talking about it here and there. I just had about 1,000 people in 10 days harassing me, morning till night, wake up, more stuff. Then there was IGN, and then I just started hating IGN after that point, because 4 white dudes on a podcast talking about race and video games. The way they were talking was obviously at
Makes them
me.
uncomfortable. They don't like it. I mean, what's your response to them?
Play a match 3 puzzle game and stop telling us that video games need to mature.
These are people I looked up to as writers, and I thought people I look up to kind of treating me so badly, and it was just the most ignorant and most garbage stuff, because like each of them have grown up on like video games, but they don't see like the race issues.
Well, my response to people like that is, if you think this is a problem, the world is going to destroy you.
Gamergate started in like August. It basically boils down to a movement in harassing marginalized people. But at the start, it was specifically women. I said some things about it. Had a lot of people just like harassing me and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna take a Twitter break. And then about October rolled around. Everyone was very saddened. And it was maybe like 2 or 3 months of Gamergate. Kind of like don't want to fight anymore. Then I thought, I want to do something about this. So I made the hashtag StopGamergate2014 and went viral. That's when a lot of people coined me as a blue lantern because of hope. And then I had people drawing art of me as a blue lantern. I was kind of known as that from thousands of people on the internet, which is very endearing and very nice. Harassers also started photoshopping, so they would Photoshop my face on Twin Towers stuff, or even my Blue Lantern avatar on things. In 2015, the one that went viral that I assume everyone has pretty much seen is me taking a selfie, looking like super good and like doing it up, and then having that photoshopped with me. This was around the time for the Paris attacks. There were publications that actually used that. If you Google my name, that's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of different articles talking about the same thing. And it's not in a positive light. Even if it's people saying, hey, he didn't do anything wrong, it's still putting the focus on me. On December 24th of 2015, I got a gun threat. I went on Twitter at that point. I'm like, hey, can you please report this tweet? Because it doxes me. Entire address, phone number, picture, that sort of thing. Postal code, city, exact. Everything was exact. I had police officers come to my house just to make sure I'm fine and I'm safe and I'm all right. The thing I say is like, I'm used to it, but nobody should be used to that sort of stuff.
That's when the whole argument of the internet isn't real is completely wrong, because it does have real world consequences. such as how I can't leave home alone because people wanted to murder me. I'd have super heavy anxiety. I'm trying to slowly get outside the house by little gradual exposure steps.
I still love getting to talk to people, and I love getting to see the types of books they have, or just spend time, or talk with friends, or even support some new stuff, or even read some new stuff. It's always exciting and fun.
So, one of the most recent comics in regards to having a Sikh main character is Super Sikh. This is what I've wanted for so long, just a main character that actually looks like me. This is me going to a comic store in 2016 and I'm seeing myself finally. Out of all these comics, there might not be any other Sikh character right on the front, but at least there's one. There's one, and that matters so much to me.